Hi everyone, I cannot believe it's almost the end of 2019. Do you know what that means? New Year's resolutions and setting business goals. Today I have Matt Scudder joining us, who is the COO of Millennium Systems International. We're going to be talking a little bit about analyzing your business to be more efficient, more profitable, and more successful in the new year.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
So listen, I actually wanted to call this tea time, but unfortunately this is a coffee talk. So how do you take your coffee?
Oh, well, first of all, I'd actually really appreciate it if it was a tea time, because then we would be golfing. But since I got to settle for coffee, I'll take it light and sweet, I think. Yeah.
I feel a little offended. But you
Hey,
can
you
probably...
say tea time and my brain just starts, it starts buzzing.
I don't know a thing about golf, so maybe one day you can teach me something.
Well, tea time refers to the time we actually go and we hit our first ball off the first tee. So, you say that and actually gets me thinking of, boy, I could actually be golfing right now. Not that I don't want to spend time with you.
I was just about to say, I think that you're having a great time already.
Well, now you know. Now you can't say that you don't know anything about golf. Now you know what tea time means.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
Fair
ready.
enough?
I'm ready for our first, I don't know what it would be called, but our first outing.
Sign me up.
All right.
Sign me up.
All right.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Perfect.
Let's go.
So let's get started with today's coffee talk. What are the 3 things that any business owner should focus on when improving their salon and spa?
Fundamentally think that it's all about building equity into the business. And if you take a step back and say, well, how do you build equity into the business? In my opinion, there's 3 different ways. One is in the brand. Number 2 is in the financials, meaning are you driving revenue, you're driving sales? And then thirdly is operationally, right? And that's customer experience, staff experience, and more profoundly, the collection of data, meaningful data that allows you to kind of target or have targeted audiences, which will allow you to build equity into your brand, which will hopefully drive sales, and it just kind of goes round and round like a carousel. You put a quarter in, it goes up and down and around and around. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I feel like those are the 3 core elements that people should always be focused on to help build equity into their business.
Okay, so I know that you've had a huge impact on Millennium. What have you done, or what have
Who
you...
said that? Who said huge?
Me.
Oh, did you? Thanks.
Yeah.
Give me credit. Appreciate it.
But what would you say that you've implemented here at Millennium that helps increase communication and the way that, and the reason why it's important? Like, how have you improved that here?
There's a lot of things that we're changing, and we have changed, especially in the last 4 or 5 years. I think if we turn back the hands of time, we kind of put a stake in the ground and we said, what do we need to grow? Like, what do we need to do? What do we need to change? I think we're right on the cusp of 100 employees, and we saw this growth spur coming, but we just didn't have systemically a foundation to scale. So we cut over to a new billing system and a new CRM tool, Salesforce. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Salesforce, and Zora is our billing system on the back end, which really allowed us to scale, but overall improve operational efficiency and improve communication. I think that was the biggest, most impactful change that's happened in the last 5 years. Everything else is just a derivative of that.
So that means that a lot of technology was introduced to our company, along with, obviously, we are a technology company, but how would you say that the business owners watching today can implement different technology or invest in technology in their businesses? Why is that important?
Well, I think if you go back to the first question that you asked me, right? Why is it important, or what should they focus on to build equity into their business? The third piece of it was operationally. You got to improve operationally, and technology, I think, is always at the center of that conversation, because it's your means to collect data, it's your means to improve experiences for the customer and the employee. So I would just say, take a look at your system that you're using, whether it's Meevo 2 or another one that's out there in the space, and just, does it elevate your ability to enhance the customer or employee experience? And if it doesn't, it's something you should take into consideration, especially as you move into the new year.
So when it comes to technology, obviously, iPhone is a technology, cell phones are technology, and I always love fun questions. So,
Oh boy.
what is your favorite emoji?
My favorite emoji.
Yes.
Well, sometimes I like to. Can I provide two answers?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So depending on the situation, I actually like to use the poopy face with the monkey that holds his hands over his nose, right? Depending on what's been asked of me, but I think more commonly I like to use the one that has like the grin. It's like the teeth. It's like because the person on the other side doesn't know what I'm feeling. You know, it's not like a wink, it's not a smiley face. Oh, Matt's happy. Matt's sad. They kind of get in there, kind of like. What does that mean? So, and hopefully our great crew here can maybe show you guys some, put something up on the screen to actually show you what I mean. But that's probably my favorite one.
You mean like
the one
right
with the grin.
here?
Is there one right here?
There's one right here.
Does it look like me? That's my favorite one. Definitely by far my favorite
I can see
one.
that. So
It
now
just it makes me smile. It makes me laugh because I know the other person has no idea what I'm thinking, which is the best part about it.
So now I know if I get a message from you through the channel at work of you like this, you don't know how to quite respond.
Exactly.
Okay,
It
good
might
to know.
it might cause you to ask another question, which I might respond with another one of these.
All right. So let me ask you this. How would you implement fun into a business? How would you bring that into the work culture?
Fun. What's fun? Work is fun. Think of that statement. Fun at work. Is it possible? Absolutely.
It is. We have fun here.
Absolutely. If we're talking about MSI, fun is a derivative of your culture, which is managed from the top down. I like to think that I entrust, and we as a management team entrust our department heads to ensure that their staff have a fun and enjoyable environment. And that could be accomplished a variety of different ways, specific to that department. We've had people that have gone on bowling. We've had people that did yoga with goats. We've had hey, to each their own, right?
It was good at a lavender
Did you go?
farm. It was
You went?
awesome. I was a part of that
Really?
team.
That's pretty funny. So anyway, I think it really depends on the dynamic of the group, and at the end of the day, we leave it upon our department heads to make sure that that's important, and they understand that that's important moving forward. So, but again, it's a derivative of your culture. So top down approach. You got to make sure it's important. You got to make sure that you're adaptable too, right? So as you get bigger and bigger and bigger, and your departments become a little bit more siloed, it's important to make sure that employee satisfaction is a very important core value of the company, and your department heads know that, and they know the means to take in order to preserve that value. So.
I think that that's helpful. Thanks for watching part 1, guys, as we sat down with Matt Scudder. Make sure to tune in for part 2. Don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe and turn on the notifications bell so you guys are never without a Coffee Talk video. See you guys next time.